Okay guys, this is your man Gideon. I'm here with another interesting video where I'm just taking someone in imbalance with me. Here is Mr. Chomba. So we are just getting to have a chat about imbalance so that you guys can get started trading imbalance. So basically imbalance, if we talk about imbalance, we're talking about these zones in which the market tends to follow the big traders, which are the banks. So in most cases, you don't trade imbalance alone. You ensure that you trade imbalance with other supporting elements. For example, support and resistance, like we have talked about support and resistance, we have talked about trend lines, we have talked about a lot of stuff. Especially when it comes to imbalance, it's better off even trade it with liquidity. Imbalance is really very much coupled with liquidity. But basically, in today's session, I just want to talk about imbalance and how you can trade imbalance, how you can spot imbalance. So, Mr. Chomba, if we really talk about imbalance, like we have talked about the market, that it moves in a certain pattern. For example, when the market is moving, for example, in an uptrend like this, when the market is moving in an uptrend like this, then eventually the market maybe tries to make like a change in trend. Maybe probably the market really pushes very fast down, then the market comes like this, then it moves like this. So sometimes the market may tend out to move in such a way. And if you notice such movements in the market, you tend out to spot what we call areas of imbalance. For example, according to what we have learned so far, we have learned that here you can actually plot your support and resistance from here, and this will be your area of maybe let's say A from here. Let me just highlight this. Maybe here will be A, this one will be our point A, and there will be our point B. So according to the videos that we have already, or the things that we have already talked about, we've talked about how you can spot this resistance. So this market, it was moving from here going up, which is an uptrend, yes, and it eventually had to hit its highest point. And there are some people who say that this is a retest, or some people say that this is how do you call this kind of a pattern? Some people will call it a double top. Yeah, some people call it a double top before the market actually goes down. But here there is something that is interesting. You will see that the market just had a double top, then the market jumped very fast, and the market went way down, and it broke your previous highs. It broke this previous high here, it broke this previous high, and even the market broke this, or it broke this previous low here, and it broke another previous low here. Yeah, so in most cases the market here, you even see similar kind of candles that are being formed. For example, let's do this in order for us to get to understand all this stuff. You see some candles that are similar, like in color, being formed like rapidly without stopping like that. Maybe probably uh, these candles are just the same. So you will see like candles of the same color, or bearish kind of movement rapid bearish kind of movement, really coming way down at a very fast alert to hit this support or this area of demand, and there you go. So if we are talking about imbalance, this is mainly after a legion of supply. After a legion of supply, we have a trend line, which, we have a support and resistance, in this case, which is a resistance. After the resistance, the market moved very fast from here. We're going to go on chart so that we can really get to see what we are talking about. So the market really moved from a point B, coming all the way to point C. I want you to follow this. You'll see how interesting this is. You will see how very much interesting this is. Here we are having point C, and here this is where money is, and here we're having point D here. There we go. We're having somewhere point D. So some other people will be like, no, I've missed this trade from here. I would have entered here, and I would have gone with a trade all the way down. But in case, if at all you missed a trade from here, how can you join this trade? You join this trade using what we call imbalance. So imbalance really helps you to join a trade that you have already missed, in some other words. That's why you don't just trade imbalance all alone. You trade imbalance with other couple of things. So you would find that some traders will be like, for example, if this was like this, let me do this, because this is how the market really moves. You find that some traders will be like, okay, I'll enter this market after this is a resistance. Some traders will be like, no, me, I'm only going to join the market when the market reaches this zone. So thousands, if not billions, of traders will be like, I'll enter from here and I'll go with the market way down here. But surprisingly, the market passes this support and resistance, and the moment it passes this resistance, you find that the market reaches this zone and the market goes down back in their directions, and they'll be like, what really happened? This market didn't really obey my resistance. Why didn't this market obey my resistance? It's because the market obeyed what we call imbalance. That's where imbalance is very important. You'll see it in charts, and you'll see how much powerful imbalance can be. So here, if you see candles of the same color, in this case, which is a bearish kind of movement, they rapidly move down from an uptrend, then rapidly move down. After the area of resistance here, we're having a resistance area here. After an area of resistance, then you see a rapid movement downwards. Just know that here there is an imbalance, and each and every time there is a creation of an imbalance must be filled. So every imbalance that is made must be filled. So in this case, what you're going to do is that you're going to get your tool like that. Then you measure from here up to the point where this imbalance ended. Let me just do this. Okay, let me do this. Okay, just I want to remove that thin background. Okay, yeah. So here, if you have seen from here where the imbalance started, or the rapid movement started, from here where from point B to where the rapid movement ended, which is point C somewhere here, you will see that here there is a 50% mark, which you have to mark. So imbalance, in most cases, when the market moves rapidly, it comes to fill 50% of that rapid movement, which we are calling that filling the imbalance of the market. Okay, the market moves in an uptrend, it moves in a wave kind of motion, which is impulsive collection. So whenever there is an impulsive move, there is always a collection. So this collection is what we are calling the infilling of the imbalance. You get the point, Ka? So here the market is most likely to fill 50% of that imbalance before the market can actually go down. So you'll find that some people just enter from just here simply because they see a support and resistance somewhere here. So they will enter from here. No, the market is just retesting, then so not knowing that the market is actually feeling an imbalance. So what things should you follow in order for you to spot an imbalance? One, there should be there should be a support and resistance before the actual movement of the market. So in this case, there is a support and resistance at point A to point B. So there should be a support and resistance. And again, there should be a flip zone that should be involved in some other cases. A flip zone, like we have already talked about what a flip zone is. A flip zone is something that looks like this. Then like a change in market trend, then something that looks like that. This is something like a flip zone. So a flip zone looks like something like that. A flip zone looks something like, let me do this. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, something like that. So this is a flip zone. So a flip zone is when the market is in an uptrend and eventually the market breaks down, then it makes a retest, then it goes down.
Is that the same as head and shoulder?
Yeah, some people will call this as head and shoulder, and some people will be like, okay, here some people will be spotting a flip zone, which we are talking about, but this is a head and shoulder. So in this case, we are having this as a resistance. You have seen, right? We are having this as a resistance. Then the market comes way down and it retests that zone, forming what we are calling a flip, like the market has flipped from an uptrend going into a downtrend. So there is a flip. So that's why it's called a flip zone. This is a zone of flipping of the market where the market is tossed like from an uptrend going into a downtrend. So from here going way down there, that's a flip zone. So this is what support an imbalance. So after here, you see a rapid movement of the market from this zone here going way down here. And if it's Bullman crash, you will actually notice a big wire or a big spike happening from here up to here. It can be 4 hours, it can be 1 hour, but there'll be a big spike that will happen from here up to there. But in most cases, if you see such rapid movement, the market is likely to come back and have what we call a correction. But what I'm talking about, Mr. Chomba, is this: whenever the market is about to make that correction, the market will not follow a support and resistance, maybe that you brought somewhere here to say that here, that's where my support and resistance is. You find that in most cases the market will actually disobey that support and resistance, because what the market is looking forward to is to fill the imbalance. And that's where we are saying to say that here we mark up 50%. We actually mark up 50% there. We mark up 50% of the actual rapid movement of the market, and we place our orders from there.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is imbalance. Number, let's go on chart so that we can get to understand more of what we are talking about. It's better off we get to go on charts and understand what we are talking about. For example, so here is a market, right? So we have just chosen this market randomly, right? There is nothing like we have practiced this and all that. We have just chosen this market randomly. We are just looking at the market right now, which is a random market. So for example, we'll start maybe probably, let's start maybe probably from where? Okay, let's start where the market is right now. Where the market is right now, where the market is, we are able to spot imbalance somehow from where the market is right now. For example, if we plot here, I can see something like a resistance somewhere here. Let me just do this. I hope you'll be able to see this resistance. You've seen that there is a resistance there, right? There is a resistance. The market is moving from here. You have seen, right?
Yes.
And it can, you see that this is a zone of resistance. Like we have always been saying to say that a resistance is always what? Is always a zone, right? So maybe we can say that this is a zone of resistance. But the most important thing that we said about the imbalance is what? We first check for the resistance or a support. You see, huh? So we first, in most cases, we check for a support and a resistance zone. So in this case, we have seen a what? A resistance, right? And after seeing that resistance, we have seen a rapid movement of the market from here up to there. You see, there is no change of any color of any candle here. We have seen a red candle, red candle, red candle, red candle. You have seen, right? So we have seen this. I want you to see this, Mr. Chombo. I want you to see this. Here, this is where the market is. The market is moving, right? You are just seeing the market right now, it's moving. And you come here, you see 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 candles, and this is a 4-hour chart. So which simply means this is a rapid movement of the market, non-stop. You see, there is no collection here. You see, the next collection that you are seeing is here. You have seen, right? So, like we have talked about imbalance, if we see such rapid movement, we are always saying that the market is likely to do what? To retain 50%, right? So we'll come here and we are going to plot from here, right? Up to where? Up to there. We said up to there, right? You have seen, right?
Yes.
Are you watching? So this is where money is, Mr. Joe. This is where money is. Look how the market is fine. Look what just 2 principles can make you millions, can make you money. Look, from here, this is why I enjoy trading. Look, from here you have seen, right? This is 50%, right? So which simply means whenever the market will reach this zone of 50%, the market is likely to do what? To go down. You see? Which simply means the market has already filled what? The imbalance, right? So what are we going to do? We're just going to get this and we're going to mark. We're going to mark that zone, right? Let me even highlight this zone so that we don't lie to say no what and what. You've seen, right? That's 50%. You see, right? So again, when it comes to the entry lows, we have talked about entry lows. There is a sniper entry, there is a low risk kind of entry. We have talked about entry positions. And for us at Trading Billions Academy, we have said one thing, which is we check out for what? A retest before we enter. So in as much as the market can come into this zone, the only way we are going to enter is by seeing a what? A retest. But let's check where this market is going. If we check this zone, the market is moving. It has somehow reached that zone. It hasn't touched the line, you have seen, right? It doesn't touch imbalance. So it has started. So we chill out, we relax, we don't enter. So we watch, we keep on watching the market. You see? It has touched the imbalance, right? The moment it touched the imbalance, we have not entered according to our rule. But some people can enter just seeing the imbalance being touched. They'll enter, but as we wait for what? The retest. Good. And there we go, the retest. We enter the market. You see, right? And upon entering the market, we have entered the market from that point, right? And poof, there we go. You see? And this is 4 hours, which simply means this is 4 hour, 8 hours. Would have been in the market for how many hours? 4 hours, 8
8 hours.
is, which is another 4 hours, which is 12 hours, 16 hours, up 20, about 20 hours. The market has been falling down. You see? So this is how you make money from imbalance. You see? As simple as that. You see? This is the power of imbalance. So you can spot these areas and you can benefit from them. And the good part about imbalance is that the market can fall. It's most likely that the market can fall from here, the same distance from here up to the distance where we have in an area, this area which we have called demand, supply and demand uh, regions. We'll talk about supply and demand the other day or one of these days. So in most cases, this market is likely to move from here up to here, which simply means you would have waited quite alright, maybe for, these are 4 hours candles, maybe for like a week, for you just to come and enter one short trade, which is here, there. And most likely this market maybe reached here yesterday, and it's like 20 hours of being in the market. From here, you can go with the market all the way down here. That's a power of imbalance. So let's go and spot another imbalance, right? I feel like I'm now feeling the spirit. You see, right? You see what we're talking about. They said, all right, these things work out. So when you are spotting an area of imbalance, you do the same stuff. Here we are seeing that region. You see, right? But there is another secret of imbalance that I will teach you, that you live to milk the market with. So this is an area of resistance. You have seen it, right? Here the market comes, boom. Here the market comes, boom. Here this is an area of resistance, and we are seeing a very large like movement of the market from here up to somewhere there. Okay. Okay. And there we can do our 50% from here up to somewhere there. You see what we are talking about? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Here the market came like that. So mainly we are day traders, as you see. So if we entered from here, you see, would have been in the market for 8 hours. You see, the market just comes. This is not betting. You just, you know when the market, you know to say that this is how the market is going to move. You see?
It's making sense.
You see? So the market, you will see it, you will know when you know, you quite alright, you wait for a long period of time. But if you enter just one short trade, same applies with where now. This is where now the concept that I was talking about comes in. The other concept of let us also mark this one, so that I want to talk about two concepts about imbalance that you should know in terms of entering again when you're dealing with imbalance. Let me try to, even here you see there you would have taken that level. I want you to see what I'm seeing. I want you to see it there. What's going on here? Okay, there you have seen, right? What's going on? Okay, let me change the color. This is disturbing me. Let me put non-color there. Okay, maybe something like that. Okay, have you seen that here? I want you to see this. Here the market has moved from here. You have seen, right? After touching this, You see,
So,
this zone is a support, like we talked about we are seeing something like this here. If you're seeing something like that. What's going on here? Let me just lock this up. Let me lock this. But we are seeing. I want you to see. You can take time and start drawing these things like that. From here, like you can take that. You click there. You get that. You do that. You see, if you're not seeing properly to see at what thing is this making. You see, this is a double top, like the one in an example that we had. The one that we had, like an example here, this AB. You see, right? Where is A? This is A, right? And this is what? And we having what after B? We having a rapid movement of the market for 1, 2, 3 candles. You've seen, right? Like 1, 2, 3 candles. You see, so this a rapid movement. So don't consider this is a retracement. Which simply means it's a change of the trend. Which simply means this should not be counted. So we are going to plot from here up to where? Up to here. That's where the rapid movement ends, right? So we are going to just put that here, right? We mark where is our 50%? Our 50% is somewhere there. And if we mark that 50%, I want you to watch where it's going. I want you to see this. Boom! You see? What did the market do when it reached that zone?
it started falling.
You see? So the market moved. You would have seen another thing to say, okay, we're getting there. We are forming another imbalance that would have ended from here up to there. Just for 8 hours, you're out of the market. Then the market came again. You enter another second imbalance based on this imbalance. So you can even trade just based on imbalances alone. You're just waiting for imbalances. Just two principles, two concepts. You see? You check the support and resistance. Then there you go with the imbalance. You see? There you go with the imbalance. But there is imbalance that we should talk about. Like most people, they don't talk about this. This is very important. I want you to get to understand this. For example, we have talked about the rapid movement of the market. For example, the market moves like that. The market moves like that, right? The market moves like that. Wow. When the market is moving like this, I want you to see this. When the market is moving like that, the market forms what we call wicks, right? The candles form what we call wicks, right? There is a wick there. There is a wick there. There is a wick somewhere here. There is a wick somewhere here. And there is a wick somewhere there. I want you to follow this. When the market is moving from here, it's coming from here. The market is moving from here, coming up there. You see, right? The market is moving like that in that motion. When the market is moving like this, maybe probably like we have said, maybe the market came from here. Maybe the market came from here. Let me use this color. Let me use this arrow. The market came from here, Mr. Chomba, like that. Let me do this. The market came from here, and touched there, and there we have an imbalance somewhere there. There, you're seeing, right? The market is moving from here, coming way down here, and coming there. You see, right? Here we have in what we are calling a what? A double top. So here it's touching here, and we are seeing this is a resistance. And after that, we have seen a what? A rapid movement of the market, right? And what did we say if we are making imbalance? That we are going to get this,
50%.
and we'll do a 50% of this whole thing like that, right? Then we are going to enter from here, right? Which simply means we are anticipating that the market will move from here. You see, right? We're anticipating that the market will come, like it will come from here,
It is that zone.
reaching this zone before it can actually go down, right? That's what we are saying, right? But I want you to get this. Most people be like, where can I put my stop loss? You see? Where can I put my stop loss? How can I be precise in terms of entry? What if I want to make more entries? You see? So which is it? Does it mean that I only have to enter from here and don't even put a stop loss? This is where now the concept comes in of imbalance. So if you are now marking up imbalance on charts, so that people when they just see, they will be like, this chart looks smart, but they don't even know what's really going on. So here, what we do is this. What we do is this. When we are making entries, or when we are marking up imbalance, what we are going to follow is counting the candles starting from the first candle. You see, if we count 1, 2 second candle, this candle should be smaller than the third candle.
Okay.
Yeah, this second candle should be smaller than the third candle. If this candle is smaller than the third candle, and this candle should close, you have seen the close of the candle. It's here, should close above the opening of the third candle. You see, and the wick should be in the body of the third candle, which simply means if we are marking imbalance, we are going to get this as a zone from here up to, instead of us marking everything from, instead of, let me just do this, and let me explain it. We are going to mark this like that. You see, instead of us marking that, marking from here up to here, will be dated in our chart, like won't even be accurate. Are we going to put our stop loss and the likes? What if it doesn't obey our imbalance? That's trading, you see. So you need a stop loss. So instead of us marking there, yes, we will mark that. We'll have a sniper entry. You see, we are going to have a sniper entry to that. A sniper entry will be here, but sometimes a sniper entry doesn't work. So in case of a sniper entry has not worked, how are you going to survive? So this is how I'm teaching you now how to survive on imbalance. So here you'll be like, okay, my entry position, my final entry position of maybe high road sizes, it will be there on 50%. You see, but where is your stop loss? Your stop loss will be here. How did you mark that? I've already explained to say that you mark the wick of the second candle from there, you see, you mark from there, and the wick of the fourth candle, you mark there. So this is your zone of interest. This is your imbalance. So in this imbalance, when the market reaches this zone, the market is likely to do to fall or to change direction. You see, which simply means the market can reach here, it can go down. The market can reach here. It's not in every case that the market will give you a precise entry, but whenever the market reaches this zone, it's most likely that it will go. Yes, you should have a precise entry. You can mark that precise entry from there. But when it comes to entering the market, you can start from, you make an order there, 50% of here, you make an order, even 100% you make. Then your stop loss will be above this zone.
Okay.
Yeah, so your stop loss will be above this zone. But there are situations where this candle is bigger than this candle. Let me show you this. There are situations where this candle is smaller in size and this candle is bigger in size like that, or larger in size, whatever, like that. There are situations like this. It happens like that. I want you to follow this. In situations like this, we are not going to follow the third candle. You get the point, Ka? What we are going to follow, we are going to follow the second candle. So when it comes to marking, we are going to mark from here. When it comes to marking, we are going to mark starting from our first candle wick. The first candle wick here. This candle has a wick as well. This candle has a wick there. What's going on? Okay, there's a wick there. You see, it has a wick there, and that's a wick there. You see? So here, it's most likely that the market will come. Our imbalance in this case, you see, right? Our imbalance in this case will be here. Like if we are doing like this, right? Our imbalance will say that okay, our imbalance is like this, and we'll be waiting for that. You see, not seeing that this candle is like. So if you are spotting imbalance, always see the patterns of the candles, because you may lose money. You see, in the sense that if this second candle is larger than this third candle, imbalance is not on a precise entry. You see, you wait for imbalance. This simply means imbalance is starting somewhere here. You see, imbalance is starting from this zone up to this zone, which simply means your stop loss will be somewhere here. You see, your stop loss in this case will be somewhere there, and there will be some people that will be like, a lot of people, they will know how maybe how to mark the 50%. You see, there will be maybe your stop loss will be there. You see, there will be a lot of people that will be waiting for here. They will make a lot of trades there, entry like orders, but they will be surprised that the market will move, it passes their imbalance. Maybe probably in most cases imbalance is very precise, so people will be like, since it's imbalance, I'll just put my stop loss just in this week. And some people will be like, no, my stop loss will be somewhere here. You see, these will be people stop loss, people that are entering from here, Mr. Trump. You see, this will be someone's stop loss there. And here, if it's 4 hours from here, from just here to here, you know what I mean. It's a lot of pips. Yes. So people will be like, from here, they'll be like, they can't wait from here up to there. It will be a lot of money, which simply means they will lose a lot of money. Them, they entered from here not knowing that their stop loss should be somewhere there. So you'll find that the market will pull through there and it will enter that zone. And in this zone, that's where the market is likely to change direction. So you'll find that the market maybe will even hit their stop losses before it hits your ultimate stop loss. You'll find that the market will actually, it will start going down. You see, it will start going down. So this is where now the marking is very important. So the marking is very important. If you come on charts, we can show that on charts. Let's just have one example from here. We said that this is our level of imbalance, right? And you'll be like, how did you spot that level of imbalance? You see what I was talking about, right? You see, this is a first candle. The second candle is larger than the third candle. You see? So what did we say? We said that we are going to mark from where? From this week. You see, right? I want you to see this. From this week, I want you to see this. I don't know what's wrong with this. Oh, from that week there, let me just mark it first. Okay. We're saying that we are going to mark. I want you to see this, Mr. Job. You see? You see how accurate that is? You see? Have you seen? Have you seen how accurate that is? You see? which simply means if you enter from here, you see, and according to our entry as Trading Bills Academy, what do we say? We wait for what? A retest. So if you are from Trading Bills Academy, if you see this, it has touched your imbalance, you won't enter in most cases. You see? You wait for what? A retest. But some people, if you want, you can ride with it for maybe 4 hours or 8 hours or 2 hours, depending on with what kind of a trader you are. You see? So your stop loss, Mr. Chomba, will be here if you're from Trading Billions Academy. Your stop loss will be there. You see? This will be your stop loss. You see? So whatsoever will happen in this zone, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So what we are going to do, as when it comes to entry, our first position of entry, after seeing this test, you see, we are going to get this. As we are not getting this for entry anymore, that's for beginners. You see? That's for beginners. As now we have matured in terms of trading, you're not going to use that. So what we are going to use is something. We are going to use that, and we are going to mark from there. We're going to use this to mark from there up to somewhere here. You see? I want you to know why we have used this here. What's going on? Okay. I want it to be precise from here. Why is it misbehaving? Okay, let's do this. Okay, you see? So you see what I was talking about. For us, we're going to use this to make our first entry at this position number 1. This is where the zone is. So our first entry will be here. Here will be our first entry. Here, our first entry. Let me just do this first, and this. Okay. I want you to follow this. Our first entry, Mr. Chomba, will be here when it's touching the what? This is our first entry. When we see a retest coming, right? It's coming, the market has done the first, boom, it's now coming to retest. We'll enter from there. We'll be negatives, right? It will be going up in negatives, but we are not going to go out of the market because our stop loss is somewhere there. And if we reach 50%, what are we going to do again? We're going to make our second entry position from there. You see? We are going to enter another trade, other trades from there, 50%. You see? We'll enter more, and people will be like, you're kidding yourself. How can you're already in negatives and you're entering? We already know that our stop loss is somewhere there. You see? And what did the market do before it went rapidly down? Just imagine, this is 4 hours. See, just imagine, for 4 hours. This is 4 hours. You would have been in this trade for days. Your first entry from there, going way down there. You would have been in this trade for days. From there up to there. Just imagine. You see the power of imbalance. I believe you have gotten some knowledge from there, right? Yeah.